What's going on, everybody? This is Derek, and with me today is the only man who still uses peat moss for his little blankie and still chews on that bark as a pacifier, Carl Mandriola. There he is.
Welcome to the Backpacking Vicious Podcast, brought to you by Enlightened Equipment, the quilt that helped get my pack down to 18 pounds on our most recent trip. Check them out at enlightenedequipment.com. With me today is Derek Somerville, the man who caught the monster living under his bed, only to find it was already under a rest.
Wow. Wow. Under a rest. That took me a minute because it was so bad. We're talking about some fun things, some animals, bugs, things you're afraid of.
Creatures.
This list for you has to be just volumes long. Am I right?
It's 8. The 8 most dangerous creatures that will kill you. That's it.
Okay. Well, yeah. I think it's more for you.
Are you talking about the things I'm afraid of? Or are you talking about?
Well, I mean, I think it's more like, what aren't you afraid of? Right?
What?
You're afraid of like moths and stuff. You told me.
Oh my gosh!
Right?
What world are we living in here? No, I have been saying for years I have an unhealthy lack of fear. I've been like trying to pet wild animals, get my hands on them. I'm the opposite of afraid of them, right?
Well, maybe we can find something here that'll scare you. That'd be good.
Okay. Well, what creature are you most afraid of, generally speaking?
And like, if we're talking afraid, there's let's clarify. There's stuff I'm like, ick. You get the ick. Like, ugh, I hate those. I don't know if I'm afraid of them though. Like I get icky with like cockroaches. I just want to smash them all. I hate them.
Okay, so cockroaches somehow like have crawled into your sleeping bag. Are you like, are you afraid or what's going on here?
It's not afraid. It's more just because I know they're not going to hurt me, but it's more like you just, even though they're actually a very clean animal, which is kind of ironic. Because this is, maybe you need to do more research.
I did, because they're actually cleaner. In cockroach zone. When I was living in Australia, they had like, I don't know, they were like,
I lived in cockroach zone in Fiji and they flew all over the place, but they're just, a lot of them are actually cleaner. They're cleaner than human beings. And after they touch a human, they'll oftentimes go and clean themselves because they think we're gross. Human for sure. Well, that's true. Yeah. So I'd probably go cockroaches, but I think more than cockroaches is some kind of weird, like parasite wormy thing that's going to like randomly get in me somehow. That always creeps me out.
Yeah. The way you described it creeps me out, actually.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm probably most afraid of like ROUSs, if I'm being honest.
ROUS, rodents of unusual size from Princess Bride. That is ridiculous. Avoiding the question.
Definitely rodents, like specifically rats. Maybe it's the ick factor, but yeah, the thought of like rats inside my house or inside my tent or inside any place that I'm in, like some sort of box that I'm trapped in or something. I don't know why that would happen, but yeah, that would gross me. That's kind of what gets me. I'm not afraid of really any other stuff, but mice used to bother me, and I kind of got over that. But the rats, just I don't know.
Yeah, when you see a big one, it's pretty because they're just gross and they're gnarly.
Yeah,
and they just survive everything. It seems like.
Yeah, and in Ratatouille, the rats like climbing around in the stew, like that's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean that's real life probably in some places, but I know. But neither of them are on the list today.
Correct.
So this is going to get intense.
Yeah, so we're gonna and just to clarify, because we're not just fear mongering here, we're trying to talk about this should be an encouraging episode because a lot of these creatures are things that you'll be surprised by and hopefully pleasantly surprised that they're not going to be something that kills you while you're out on the trail. But even if you do encounter them, we got solutions for you, folks. Solutions.
We do.
Okay.
We do.
All right. Bible verse episode numbers 22:30. And the donkey said to Balaam, "Am I not your donkey on which you've ridden all your life long to this day? Is it my habit to treat you this way?" And he, referring to Balaam, said, "No." Derek, when was the last time you had a conversation with an animal?
The other day I was talking to a dog, so not that far off. But I'm more curious.
You have a dog now?
No, I don't have a dog, but I know people who have dogs. And I took a walk with a buddy and his dog, and we chatted for a little bit. It was good. Is it Balaam or is it Balaam? I've always heard it was Balaam.
I've heard both. Actually, I don't really know. I'm terrible at pronouncing Old Testament names. I'm
learning
horrendous.
That. Okay, that's fair.
So,
well, either way,
right.
It's in the ballpark.
Okay.
Do you want to start us off today? Why don't you start us off?
I'm still hung up on the dog thing. I was talking to my dog, but I don't own a dog. It's
no, my friend's dog. I was talking to a dog. I went on a walk with my buddy's dog.
What were you talking about? You're having a conversation. You're like, you know what? You may want to go this way. You may want to get off the lawn there.
I was like, hey, buddy, it's why are you laying down every 5 feet? Let's get up and keep moving here.
Exercise more. Yeah.
I just give him a little love, and it was great. Okay. Good. Yeah.
All right. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run down the top 8 deadliest creatures. Talk about kind of like how many deaths they cause per year and kind of just like why that happens, generally speaking, and then how to avoid being killed by them. So not necessarily any particular order, but just if they made the top list, then we're going to talk about it. Is that fair?
I think that's fair. And something to note, like there are other dangerous deadly animals like a black mamba snake, a cobra, a panther, a lion. These aren't even on the list though. And we're
not talking about like anything that could possibly be deadly. We're talking about the deadliest.
The deadly, the ones that kill the most.
Right.
So here we go.
Yeah. And so when you think about it, the people that, they go out there, they have these fears of like, oh, like a grizzly's going to get me or whatever. Like, well, let's find out if grizzly's on the list. So here we go.
Let's find out.
First one I got is at 500 deaths per year. This is worldwide. Elephants. Due to people encroaching upon their habitat, they raid farms, and when they raid farms, they're pretty angry. They're willing to trample people in their way, and they kill 500 people. And so I assume this is mainly in Africa and Asia, but if you have a farm or go on a trail that's encroaching on the elephant's habitat, you might want to be aware. And I would say just bring maybe like a handful or 2 of peanuts and just kind of offer them up as like a peace offering.
Maybe a head of lettuce. They like lettuce.
Do you like lettuce?
Yeah, I do. I do like a good.
Not you. I don't know. You're not the deadly creature. Elephants like lettuce.
I've seen them eat it. They do at the zoo. I mean, I don't know.
Do they?
I think about 499 of these deaths were at the zoo. So I think lettuce is something we should all think about.
Falling over the railing.
A lot of people falling over that railing.
Okay. Okay, so we don't go to zoos then, if that's the case.
Don't go to zoos, you'll be fine. Just bring a head of lettuce wherever you go.
Okay.
My first one is also around 500 deaths a year, and it is, and I knew these were deadly animals. They say it's the most deadly animal in Africa. I'll pause if you want to challenge yourself. Okay, and the answer is hippo.
Hippopotamus.
They have a tendency to be extremely aggressive. They'll charge the boats, and they'll try to capsize the boats. And to put it in perspective, you're talking about 500 deaths for the hippos, but it's only around like 22 to 25 for lions. You'd think lions would do more damage, but no, it's
hippos. But I don't know much about hippo stuff, but like don't they have like the flat feet, kind of like the elephants? Like I just imagine if there's someone around, I get the capsizing thing, but they just look like they have like these slippery animals. You just kind of like dodge them and like kind of slide around them. Just if you avoid their mouth, aren't you pretty good?
I mean, I think, well, a lot of them travel in like groups, I can remember being in Africa and we were up in a treehouse and there were hippos below us grazing on the grass.
Yeah.
I don't, and every guide there was like, it's not as nearly as big of a deal if they're on land because they're very slow and cumbersome. But once they're in the water, man, they're very nimble.
But they don't have claws or anything. So it's just, you got to avoid the mouth. Is that fair?
The mouth is, it's a big mouth though. It's a big mouth.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I've never been to Africa hiding trees.
A couple inches bigger than your mouth. I mean, it's a big, big mouth.
Nice.
So just be aware of the hippos and the elephants, guys.
Okay. All right. There you go. And maybe hide in trees like Derek does to avoid them. So,
exactly.
All right.
Safe place.
Next up, I got the saltwater crocodile. This is double. This is 1,000 deaths per year. 1,000. This actually surprised me. There's so many. Like we talk about, like 5 people die per year from like lightning, but 1,000 from saltwater crocodiles. That's pretty crazy.
I mean, they're all over the place, right?
Are they? Like where?
Wherever they are. Saltwater. I mean, come on. I know you're going to try and
trick
me.
Subscribe for fun facts. Like they're all over the place. Like where they are.
All over the place. Where there's saltwater, Carl. Okay. But we're not talking about like alligators in Florida either in the freshwater. We're talking like saltwater crocodiles.
The difference is that like a lot of those like alligators, or I think even the freshwater crocodiles, like they try to avoid humans, but these ones, the saltwater ones, see humans as prey. And if you're in the water, you talk about like the hippo thing, like they can swim up to 18 miles an hour in water is the stat that I have, which
that's
is that right? Because I thought that was like knots. I thought you had to go like knots per hour.
Well,
I'm not.
I think you're right about that. I don't know.
Okay.
Or is that just for boats? I don't know.
I don't know. But okay, so what? Okay, Derek, what do you do if you've got a croc? You're in the water. Maybe you're surfing in croc-infested waters, and you've got a croc that has you in its sights.
I love these ridiculous scenarios.
Well, we're trying to avoid.
I know we're trying to avoid. Yeah. I mean, get on your board and paddle away. You gotta get away.
Just kind of They go 8 miles per hour. You could probably go faster than that, right?
Climb a tree, dude. Or let them kind of like
the water.
let him. We're in a swamp. There's trees hanging around. Yeah. Let him bite the back of your board. He'll taste it. It's gross. He'll get away.
Close. You're getting closer.
Yeah.
I think if you can get a hold of a stick and you can wedge it in its mouth so that it can't close its mouth, I think that's what you want.
Okay. I mean, poke him a little bit. Yeah. Or, you know what you could do too is try to poke him in the eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, that's a pretty specific aim right there, right?
Well, he's not going to like getting poked in the face, I would imagine.
Okay. Well,
you know, are you going to?
There you go. I would just say don't go swimming in croc-infested waters. Like, why are you even out there in the first place?
Well, you put me there.
I know, but I'm saying generally speaking, right?
Yes, don't go swimming.
And then if you're camping, maybe don't go camping on those beaches either, because even when they're out of the water, they're still viewing
you know what you could do too. I just watched Crocodile Dundee the other day, so you could just bring a giant knife and cut him open and wear it as a hat. So that's if you're in the water
for our family friendly audience,
it's this is survival. You know, so
yeah.
Think about it, guys.
Thanks. And why are you watching Crocodile Dundee again? Is that holding up?
Dude, you know, I will say the first one, little cheesy, but as you watch them, like when I was younger and I watched them, like these are so cool. And now as I watch them when I'm older, I'm kind of like, this is not the best writing. This is
this is not accurate to Australia at all, right?
Yeah, no, not at all. Like the first one's like he gets asked to go back to New York and then he kind of is just there. But like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
there's no plot. That's it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like kind of like, you know, he's kind of this like survivalist out in the bush, so to speak. And then you're like, why don't you live in the opposite environment in the city? So that'd be like, you know, somebody who likes backpacking, like, why don't you never go backpacking again and just live in this like urban jungle? Like that's
exactly
horrible.
Yeah, it sounds miserable.
Okay.
It was all right. My next one. What is my next one? My next one is a roundworm. The roundworms, the worms, man, the worms, all kinds of worms and creepy crawlies. The roundworm though can cause up to 2,500 deaths per year. It's a parasite. This is the thing I'm talking about. They cause you harm. They get inside of you somehow, and you might ingest them through eggs or something you drink maybe, and they can be like maybe it's not a huge worm. Maybe it's like the baby version of the worm, then it grows in there. And sometimes in poor countries and third world countries, you drink water that's contaminated with feces, unfortunately, and they can be in there too. And then
why would you drink feces water in another country?
You don't know you're doing feces water because they get it out of the river or whatever, and it's contaminated. And there's worms in there, and then they have worms in their body, and then it's like game over. It's just the worst. So there's a lot of documentaries
are not doing that. I feel like people are just drinking like bottled water in countries that have that kind of stuff.
A lot of people are, but there's 2,500 people a year that aren't.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So here we are.
Is this the same kind of worm? Like I heard that there's like some freaky people out there that are like they like ingest a worm is like a weight loss tool because the worm like intercepts the food.
I mean,
and then the worm. Is that true?
Like a tapeworm or something?
Yeah, I don't know worm stuff.
There's so many types of worms. There's like tapeworms, parasitic worms, roundworms, all kinds. So I think it depends on the type of worm, but some of them are far more deadly than the others. There was a documentary on TV where somebody just like walked out to their mailbox barefoot, stepped on the grass, and a microscopic some type of worm parasite went up. It managed to go through like their toenail area or something, and then lived in them for like a while, made them super sick for years. It was crazy. I'm like, that's one of my fears. I'm like, dude, I don't want to.
So do you not walk barefoot outside then?
No, I do, but I make sure it's on the concrete. No, I don't.
Okay, I don't know.
I mean, I'm thinking, I don't know. It definitely crosses my mind. I'll say that.
Well, there's like a few years ago when I was having some major foot problems, the doctor was like, you should wear Crocs inside the house. Inside
Crocs
the house.
In the house?
Yeah, why? Like don't, like it's just, you need to soften kind of the foot strike even inside the house. And I thought that was the weirdest thing, but then I realized that I wasn't like banging my toes into things anymore or stepping on Legos anymore. And so I was actually protecting my feet. And so now I just, which is probably where the concept of slippers come into play. But so I think that, wearing the Crocs and.
Are you a Crocs guy now?
Yeah, I guess I am.
Did
but
you
not
get any...
on backpacking trips, just like.
Okay. Did you get any
I'm
bling?
not like wearing Crocs all over the place. I'm not wearing Crocs to like teaching or anything. But
did you get some of the little bedazzled bling on it? You know, you put it in the holes.
I haven't yet. Should I?
I think that's what makes you cool. So
I'm not cool, so that would not be effective. But
it would help.
The worms thing, I'm not as knowledgeable about. So the guy that you're talking about, is that United States or first world country? Or
that was in the U.S. That story was in the U.S. Yeah.
But the other ones you were talking about sound like third world countries.
Quite a few. There's not always just poop water. There's a, I can't remember the name of the parasite. It's like a type of worm. It's in the Amazon River, and it will crawl. It will find an orifice in your body, like if you're in the water, because a lot of them go fishing and they're doing things in the water for their family, for agriculture, and so this thing can crawl up inside of you, find like a hole in your body somewhere, and crawl up inside of you
in the Amazon,
and just ruin your life.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of sketchy things.
You're giving people nightmares now. That's the worst one.
I'm just dropping knowledge. I'm just dropping knowledge.
Okay. All right. Next one. This one surprised me that it was this many. Like this truly shocked me. 2,600 deaths per year from scorpions.
I could see that.
Yeah. Well, I've never been stung by a scorpion. I don't even know if I've encountered a scorpion yet, and I know that they're, in desert areas and whatever. But I've been to desert areas backpacking a ton. Never encountered one, but they most commonly will sting you when either you step on them with bare feet, so again with the Crocs, or when they'll tend to hide in your shoes. And so I'm pretty big on shaking my shoes out before I put them on, especially if they're like outside.
Okay.
And the most dangerous of all of them is the Indian red scorpion. I don't know how dangerous the ones in our local countries are, but yeah. Okay. Have you encountered a scorpion before?
Once or twice. Yeah, but it wasn't like, I've always heard too, you got to be careful if you're like reaching under something like a rock. You know what I mean? Like more like that.
Blindly digging under a rock.
Like, oh, hey, I dropped something or whatever. We'll go reach down and grab, just carelessly.
What about reaching down a hole in the ground?
It's probably not the best option.
Okay.
You said it's a bad option. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think camp shoes solve a lot of this, but shake them out, especially if you've been outside at nighttime. Or I think your camp slippers you bring, that could be a solution as well.
Camp slippers are a genius option.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. My next one is kind of gnarly. We're gonna up the scale here.
Okay.
To 10,000 deaths per year.
Whoa.
We're going 10,000. Okay. This is called an assassin bug. This is a ginormous bug.
I've never heard of this.
I know. I didn't really either until we looked at this. It was it spreads disease through biting its prey, and it normally bites. It's called the kissing bug because it tends to bite you in the face while you sleep.
What? That's
gnarly.
Dude, you're like Captain Nightmare for this episode. You're literally giving people nightmares. People are going to be thinking about you and your stories.
I mean, this thing's huge. This thing looks like it's like 5 inches long. It's known for spreading the Chagas disease. I don't know what exactly that is, but it sounds horrible. It's a tropical parasitic disease.
Okay.
So when you're in the tropics, gang, maybe cover your face. I don't know. Like, what do you do with that? Like, zip up your tent.
Mosquito net? Would that help? Would that prevent it?
I think it would help. I don't know if it would prevent. I mean, I'm sure they can sting you through a mosquito net, but
I don't know.
Check out where they are. I mean, that's a lot. 10,000 people. Ugh. Yikes.
That's not okay. What's it called? The assassin bug?
The assassin bug.
Yeah.
I don't know how big
and that was 10,000. I'm actually jumping up quite a bit with the next one.
Okay.
I'm jumping, but it's kind of a big category. So I'm jumping to 138,000 deaths.
Holy Moses. What do we got here?
138,000. And
shark?
The reason why it's so many, would you say sharks?
No, not shark.
Sharks is like 8.
I know. I'm kidding.
Yeah. This is one that's probably the most likely for you to encounter on a backpacking trip. And it's a broad category, which is why the number's so big. And that is just snakes in general.
Oh,
snakes. Yeah. So there's different snakes that obviously have different levels of toxicity with their venom. But yeah, I personally do not know anybody who's been bitten by a snake, much less bitten by a venomous snake. Do you?
Yeah, I have actually. My aunt was bitten by a rattlesnake, and she had her lower leg balloon up like the size of an elephant leg.
What was she doing?
She lives out in kind of like it's a place called Warner Springs. It's very like desolate, kind of deserty area. There's like she had a lot of land out there with trees and hills, and so she'd be roaming out there doing Lord knows what. And then she got bit one day in the ankle.
She's roaming around, not hiking, not just kind of roaming. She's like wandering aimlessly.
Well, I think she had her house was out there, and I think they tended to hide in cool, dry places, and so she was maybe I don't remember the story, but she was like moving something or something like that, and it like was under there, shot out and bit her in the leg.
Okay,
not enjoyable, but. You're saying snakes in general. It's got to be more than 138 for all snakes, though.
Well, I mean, you can cause damage. They were talking about just like straight up deaths. So, yeah. Here's my solution. Especially if you're like nervous about snakes, I think there's two things you can do. First of all, if you're hiking in a group or with somebody else, don't be the first one down the trail. Typically, the first person is gonna be the one that encounters a snake. So, and maybe not even the second person, because the first person could scare the snake, and then that snake could like snap at the second person, right? So,
is that why you're always like, hey, why don't you go ahead and lead?
Yeah,
you go ahead and lead.
Yeah,
that's why.
No, I'm not afraid. We've chronicled not afraid of snakes. Not afraid.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying behavior fits.
Maybe. All right. So the next thing you can do. This is something that sounds like Captain Obvious, but like I've had a problem with this with some folks in our group, and that is like stinking zip up your tent at night. Like close the zippers when you leave your tent. If you're hanging out by the campfire, or whatever, like put the zippers shut at night.
Yeah.
So it's tough because if you're sharing a tent with somebody, whether it's your spouse or with your buddies, then and they get up and they leave, like you're not going to like micromanage them. But I've had that happen where somebody doesn't, zip it shut, and you kind of put yourself at risk, right?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, I mean, Rocky had a mouse get in his tent because he didn't zip his tent shut.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, the snake thing, I could see that happening. A lot of campers, for sure. Yeah. Okay. That's a lot. It's a lot, man. But it's not the most. Isn't there one more? I got more. I got more. Okay, I'm gonna up it. I got two more. I'll do them quick. Okay. This one is 200,000 deaths. Probably the one actually that creeps me out the most, because it is. And you wouldn't think of this. It is the freshwater snail. And you're like, Derek, what are you talking about? Snails,
right?
Well, I'll tell you why snails. Because snails are the host for all of the deadly parasites, mainly something called a flatworm or a fluke. And flukes.
Again with the worms.
I know there's 24,000 types of flukes, and they can get into your body through fresh water that's contaminated, and you wouldn't even see them. They're so small.
Wait, there's 24,000 types of fluke worms you're talking about?
Flukes, which are types of flatworms. There's 24,000 types of flatworms.
That seems like a lot to keep
Scientists do all these tests and stuff. So they can get into your body through like contaminated water, or they can just straight up permeate your skin and go right through your skin. Some of them are that small.
Where are these snails that are carrying the flukes?
That's a great question. I don't know. Usually like in like tropical boggy places.
Okay.
Hot, musky, not hot, musky, hot like humid places and things like that. Okay. You're gonna find a lot of that stuff. Brazil, India.
Brazil again. All right.
Brazil, India. They got a lot of places. They're all over they're everywhere. 24,000 times. And then the last one is the big boy. We all know it. 725,000 to 1 million deaths per year. Drum roll for mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes. Yeah.
We all know them. We all know what they're.
I don't know there's that many. Like I knew it was number one on the list, but
I mean, dude.
Yeah. So they spread disease.
All kinds
of disease. So we talked in a previous episode about not wearing DEET. You like the Lemongrass Farms.
Love it.
Essential oil spray. What else can we do to avoid the mosquitoes?
I mean, I will say wearing like longer pants, longer shirts that are wicking help. That definitely minimizes. If you're in a gnarly and it's going to be a gnarly area, like if we went back to Gravel Pit Lake or wherever that was, I would probably wear a mosquito net.
Yeah,
that one. Sure. It was so gnarly. So
they don't weigh hardly. I mean, they weigh less than an ounce.
And as we've talked about thousands of times, zip your tent, guys.
Yeah,
that's why they have a mosquito net on your tent. Don't be that guy.
The other thing too is the Thermacell. They're selling the Thermacell at Costco now for just like car camping. Yeah. So, I mean, it'll save you. They'll kind of create that radius around you at camp. It doesn't really work while you're hiking, but it'll create the radius for camp. So you might die of whatever chemical it's spraying around you, but you're not going to die of the mosquitoes.
True. So and then if you plan your trip and you're having nights where it's like higher elevation, a lot of times they're not up there in the higher elevation, which is nice.
Higher elevations later in the summer, those are things that are helpful for sure.
True.
Okay.
True. Good.
So
good.
Yeah. So I think Derek succeeded if he's trying to freak you out. And I was trying, I don't know if I succeeded, but I was trying to offer up solutions.
Well, you failed. I think that hopefully everybody learned a little something. I don't know, but
here's the deal. It's like, what's not on the list? Okay, we don't have grizzlies. We don't have the wildcats on the list. Those are the things that people are afraid of. We just don't have things that you typically think of when you think of like mountain backpacking. Like they're not likely to get you, right? And some of the natural disasters, like the lightning and things, like they're not even like a blip on the radar compared to some of these things. So yeah, you're more likely to die in the car accidents than anything else, right? So, yeah, all I have to say, just calm down while you're out there. All right, maybe be afraid of snakes, and that's it. Is that fair? And mosquitoes,
I'd say mosquitoes probably.
Okay, all right.
Sounds good. So, we got some bug trivia coming up next.
Bug trivia. All right. Are these fair questions this time?
Fair? I don't know what's fair for you, but I feel like these are great questions. We're gonna find out though.
That means no. All right,
we're going to find out. Okay. We got 3 questions. Question number 1. Which ants, some ants sting, right? Which ant sting is the most painful?
I don't know.
I'm going to give you options. Here we go.
Okay. The black ones.
Is it the bullet ant? Is it the fire ant? Is it the red harvester ant? Or is it the giant bull ant?
The fire ant.
Incorrect. It's the bullet ant, as everybody knows from Africa.
Everybody knows.
Everybody in Africa knows.
Everybody's banging the table. They're like, Carl, how did you miss that one?
My buddy from South Africa says when you see bullet ants coming, people literally will just abandon their houses. They'll abandon.
Squash them. Just kind of step on them.
Because they come in like droves of thousands, like tens of.
I'm just messing around.
Okay. That's a horrible joke. All right, let's go with this one. Which organ do insects not have? Do they not have a heart? Do they not have a stomach? Do they not have a brain? Or do they not have lungs?
I don't know.
What do they not have, Carl? Come on. Dig deep.
I have no idea.
Come on.
Oh my gosh. Well, the heart pumps blood, and I don't
use your head. Use your head.
Let's see.
You use your head.
So it's heart, brain,
heart, stomach, brain, lungs.
Okay, brain.
You think they don't have a brain?
You said use your head, so I'm just using your clue there.
Well, that wasn't a clue. It was just to throw you off. It is incorrect, but I wanted to see if you'd say brain. You did. That was some redemption for my exclamation point answer. No, it's lungs. It is lungs.
Of course. Why didn't I know that? Okay.
Well, now you do.
I gotta up my trivia game. I gotta start asking Derek questions again. I've been throwing you softballs for months now.
Oh boy, the complaining never gets old. You were like, what?
I'm not complaining. I'm telling you what my plan is.
You're giving me like, just tell me the answer, no multiple choice last week.
Yeah, because they're reasonable. All right, what's your next one?
All right, last one is to make 1 pound of honey. How many flowers do bees need to visit?
This is the worst question.
I love this question. It's great.
I don't know. Like,
do they need to visit?
100.
I'll give you multiple choice. Is it 1.5 million? Is it 2 million? Is it 3.1 million? Or is it 5,000?
Okay. For those non-beekeepers out there, does anybody know the answer to this? Anybody?
Oh, just try to use your brain.
Know the answer? Nobody knows the answer. This is
look, you give me ridiculous questions and I solve them. I solve your little riddles. This is a riddle. You just maybe
riddle. Not good it's guess. It's guessing.
And yours aren't guessing for me, please.
Correct. 3 million. Whatever that was.
It was 2 million. So you missed all 3. Missed all 3. Yeah. I don't really know what to say anymore.
Well, here I'll tell you what. So people that were listening, I think
half of the B&B probably got at least 2 of those right.
Incorrect.
I would bet.
People at the beginning of the season heard my idea about how we should do trivia, and I keep on getting feedback. Most recently, this happened on the Timberline Trail, which we have an episode coming out very soon about that one. But the feedback I'm getting is, so I ran this idea by you, and you didn't like it, but everybody else seems to like this idea. If you get all 3 questions correct, it takes away a trivia loss.
Okay.
If you get all 3 questions wrong, it gives you 2 trivia losses.
So you get 2.
Well, we didn't agree to that, but I think that moving forward, we should do that because
now you're bringing it up again after you miss all 3.
Just listen, because that way that all 3 questions will matter. There's never a scenario where the 3rd question is just kind of like a throwaway. Like they will always matter. What do you think? Everybody likes this idea, but you. Literally everybody does.
So if I get 2 out of 3, it's still a win, or what is it? 2 out of 3.
Still a win.
But if I get all 3, it's minus 1 loss.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sure. How about we'll do it if we can apply today?
No, that's not very nice.
So you want to start it next time after? Here's
you're up by like 3 trivias. Anyway,
here's why you want to start this. Here's why you want to start this now, because you're way behind. And next time we do an episode, it's going to be your trivia, and you're going to make the most absurd trivia, and I'll lose twice, two losses, and then it'll be almost even. So I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that.
I'm basing it on the feedback I'm getting. So if you want to go conspiracy theory mode, you're welcome to. But I'm telling you,
I think we wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till it's a new season.
Right. New season. We'll start a new season. I would like to give Derek the Stick in the Mud Award right now. You get it.
Boom.
Congrats.
I'll take it. Okay. You know what? I'll take it.
All right. Well, I think of the opposite of Stick in the Mud, I got some tidbits, and I assigned you that not assigned you, but I told you we had a new Apple review. Were you able to bring that up?
Yeah, I got it right here.
All right. New Apple review. What you got?
New Apple review. And here's what it is. This is from Young Man. Carl, Derek, Ben, and Rocky make my Monday mornings endurable. Thanks for the fun adventure content. Longtime listener. Sweet. Thank you so much. Rocky not even here and just affecting people's lives in the best way possible.
Well, Rocky makes an appearance on the non-Derek episodes. He's the one doing the closeout in the non-Derek episodes. He's still part of the show.
What a guy, dude. What a guy.
But yeah, so yeah, appreciate the mention for Ben and Rocky on that one. Yeah, Young Man, please send us your address and we got something coming your way. We had another review on Spotify. Tasmania Hut Adventures, who's a YouTuber, somehow left a 6-star review on Spotify. Not sure that's possible. But
what?
Yeah, I think Tasmania Hut Adventures is under the impression I'm sending basically like packages full of gear for the reviews rather than like a little something something. So, and yeah, a package full of gear sent to Tasmania is going to cost me like $5,000. I don't have that money, but we still appreciate the review. I got something coming your way. Send me your address. We appreciate you. Okay, let's see. Last tidbit I've got is this book right here. You're going to be interested in this one.
Okay.
Okay. It's called Tales of a Small Animal Vet.
Tales of a Small Animal
Tales
Vet.
is Tails. Kind of
hilarious. Yeah, that's right up your alley. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is from our good friend Doug Marks. And
nice.
You've been backpacking with Doug. Yeah.
I have. Great guy.
He didn't even ask me to do this. He didn't even message me that he put this book out. I just happened to see it. I bought it. I've started reading it. It's got some great kind of fun stories about encounters he has and kind of the crazy things he's got to deal with as an animal vet. And it's just like a fun read, kind of a fun light read that I would recommend. It's on Amazon. We'll have the link in the show description.
Love it.
For those that have been tracking our show for a while, he was on a Patreon trip a year ago. He was the one that was like, we encountered some unknown form of scat. And he's like, oh, let me check that out. And then he bagged it and then brought it back to his lab. That was weird. That was weird.
That's intense,
but fun. So,
wow,
yeah, he's super fun guy and just great sense of humor. So that is, So I'll have that link if you want a fun read or a gift to give somebody.
Send us a link.
Okay. That's all I got, my friend.
That's it. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, guys. Check us out on all the social media handles. And remember, guys, if you're out on the trail and you see a creepy crawly, it's probably either Carl's toe jam or just an ant, and just ignore either one or step on both. Or both.
We'll see you next time.